What's going on, my gamer gauntlets? And today I have a very special guest with me, and I'm Batman. It's Batman.
No, I'm kidding. Hi, guys. Hi, I'm EP Wolverine.
Hey everybody, this is Uncle Roger. Just reminding you to like, share, and subscribe to the GamerGauntlet channel, even though it's run by this nigga.
Hi, I'm EP Wolverine. Don't let that fool. I'm not Bruce Wayne, I promise you that.
Nah, he's Bruce Wayne, I promise. No, I have EP Wolverine with me today, and when I first met him, it was at Itchy Expo, and it was Bowser.
Gasp.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
my Hugh Hefner Bowser.
Yes, and that was awesome. Awesome, y'all, awesome. All right, so tell people a little bit about yourself.
So I've been cosplaying since 2008. My first cosplay was Leon from RE4. I've done remasters of that. You know, I started doing this professionally around 2017, early 2017. Got picked up by some people. I used to do a lot of charity work, and from there it was all uphill. I'm happy to be where I'm at, nowhere but upright. I meet a lot of good people. I've met cool people like this. I'm like, oh hey, I remember you. You know, like yeah. So that's like the best part about it for me.
Nice. Okay. So, what got you into cosplaying? That's something I want to know.
I was actually supposed to be born on Halloween. My mom just held me in. She was scared about he's going to be a devil child. You know, joke's on you, I was born November 1st. You know, it's like a Day of the Dead. November 1st, November 2nd, yeah. So I still ended up loving Halloween. It's dressed up every day. Joke's on her. I still drove my parents crazy with Halloween. I would build haunted houses in front of my house, and it's like my Christmas and give out candy and whatnot.
Yeah.
In fact, it's so big, and my dad would always I don't know, where this is gonna go. And it's funny because doing conventions and guesting, a con reached out to me and found out that I do that on Halloween, and they're like, "Do you want to do a haunted house?" This was just this past year actually at Kawaii Con. And it was a horror anime themed convention, and they're like, "Do you want to do the haunted house for our convention?" And I'm like, "It's June. I would love to."
Yeah.
Right. And so I turned an entire hallway single-handedly too. Like I had some help, but I stayed up till 5 a.m. just building this thing. I had some help with my brother, and that was about it. Just making everything spooky in a hall. I made one short hall into a split, like a little maze. And it did really well.
Awesome.
And I was like, "Look, Dad, it did get me somewhere." You know, it was like, so I had to I poke fun at my dad now. So yeah, look where Halloween has gotten me. You know, all my
so
building,
far.
so far, all my
so
building and tinkering growing up. Now we make our own costumes and stuff like that, and I love it.
Yeah. Oh man, that's beautiful. So, what is, as y'all can see, man, like he does so amazing on his cosplay. What is your favorite one you've done so far?
So I don't do a cosplay unless I relate to the characters. It's an acting gig for me too, especially when I used to do a lot of charity. I used to do charity work. And I like being a superhero. I try and stay in shape for my characters. Depending on what character I'm doing, I cut, my calories, and then I build in the muscle. If I'm going to do like Hellboy, stuff like that. I try and I'm known as Wolverine. I have a lot of variants for that. There was a lot of traumatic backstory on that. I won't get into that, but that one hit me close to the heart. It was a joke that I turned into something real, and I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for Wolverine. It was one of those pick yourself back up, because he, doesn't die, gets back up on his feet no matter what's thrown at him.
Yeah.
Mutant power. So a lot of things that tie into that. I love cigars. I have a motorcycle. That's just me,
You're just living the life of Wolverine.
I was a little bit of the a-hole. It's the most that hits me close. I don't mess around. I was that kid on Saturday mornings that would be in Batman pajamas and eat my Batman cereal while the animated series was on. That and X-Men. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was that kid that was heavily made fun of for liking these things.
Sure, I know how that goes, man.
And look where that got me. Nerds take over, and they're like, "Man, you look like him." Thank you.
Remember y'all used to make fun of me back then? I trust that hit home for me, because like back then growing up, watching anime, watching, you know, cartoons and stuff, that was weird, you know, to people. Like, if you wasn't in the normal sports,
Japanese.
yeah, like if you wasn't in the sports and like whatever that's supposed to be the norm that they called back then, it was weird.
And you know what, one thing I can say though, so EP and EP Wolverine stands for El Paso Wolverine. That's where I'm born and raised. And I can say this about El Paso is that we are all diehard Dragon Ball fans. We love El Paso's a big Dragon Ball community, and I love them. That's one of the biggest ones that everyone's like, Dragon Ball, yeah. You know?
Okay.
We can relate on that.
So, and then you just answered another one of the questions. I was going to ask you, how you came up with your name, EP Wolverine, but
yeah, actually, one of my good friends, I can say now, she's really cool. Her name's AZ Power Girl, and she was like one of the first like cosplayers I ever like. That was always cool with me, and it was like my hobby. I was like, oh wow, you can do this. And I remember I didn't actually expect to do this. I actually got picked up by a guy. It was like a sponsor who wanted to see me succeed. I was doing the charity work, and he saw the way I looked and wanted to see that. He would do like cars for Todd McFarlane and stuff like that. He actually would do like the spawn. He did a Jeep. He did a Mustang with guns on him. He had his own convention named Soldier Con. It was like a military con and stuff like that. I can definitely say because of him too, it helped me grow. It put my face out there a little bit more, and I don't forget where I come from. So shout out to you, Carlos, and Soldier Con. I haven't worked with him in a while, but I wouldn't necessarily. I meet a lot of great people doing this, but like Kara Nicole, AZ Power Girl, I was like, I like that rep. That I'm from El Paso, and at the time too, like El Paso like doesn't get as much credit, and I'd be like, EP. I want to rep my town no matter where I go. I never saw myself moving to Austin for conventions too. Like as work, being closer to it, and I'm not going to change that name. I'm not going to do Texas Wolverine. I'm not going to do ATX Wolverine. No. I'm EP Wolverine, El Paso, Texas. That's where I'm from, born and raised, and I'm proud of that. But yeah, no, that's the story of the name.
Okay, that's a very touching story at that. Yeah, like home and raised. Next question I got: since you're Batman, right? Dressed up as Batman.
Yeah.
What's your favorite character from DC?
My favorite? No, it's Batman. It's Batman.
It's Batman.
Yeah, always. I'm telling you, I was that kid. I didn't have Superman pajamas. I didn't have anything. It was Batman pajamas, right? I had the animated series pajamas. My toothbrush was the Batmobile that you'd pull apart. And you'd flipped out the toothbrush, and then you close it so it's solid.
I don't even remember that.
Batman It was specifically the New Adventures Batman Batmobile, and I can name this. I still have it. I could still like remember the like the look. I could call it out. Be like, yeah, the new animated series of Batman, the New Adventures of Batman. The toothpaste. I'm telling you, like I was Batman more than anything. I never saw myself as Wolverine too. It was a joke. I was like, yeah, I know Wolverine's my favorite Marvel character. It's between that and Spider-Man. But as like the running jokes, and I was in a dark place mentally and physically at one point in my life, and I was overweight, and then I was on the verge of diabetes. So I decided to shake myself up in 6 weeks, and I did the Hugh Jackman workout regimen, and I leaned up. Like in 6 weeks, I dropped almost 100 pounds. I went from like 275 to 175 and decided to build the muscle from there. I did the shredding. It was not fun. It was not easy, but I did it. It helped me mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? It was that pick yourself back up. One of those things I am, the Wolverine. So it hit close to home. Like I don't mess around with Batman and Wolverine, man. Those are the two I can relate to. Of course, unfortunately, more realistically, Wolverine, I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a billionaire. I'm lucky enough to have. We worked hard on making sure that I got this. We built the cape on this one. But,
nice. Okay. Nah, I really relate to the whole like working out and like getting in that getting out of that space, because like I was like about a year ago almost 400 pounds, like pushing 400.
Right. You had mentioned.
I was like 385. And like now I'm down to 270, and it's a work in progress, man. And it's like
it's always a work in progress.
Yeah.
You were never done, and that goes like whether it's you're putting your work in your cosplay or any hobby. I don't think you're ever done. Nothing's 100% perfect, right?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
I'm always happy to hear those stories too, because one thing I do is I train people. And it's like pay it forward. I don't necessarily charge. I just like making sure that I'm not wasting my breath because I want to help you. I'm thinking of doing like a fitness broadcast channel now for the new year because I do fitness panels.
Oh wow!
And being a bigger person, I've been there, and I know the tips and tricks that a lot of people don't necessarily tell you because they don't necessarily go. They're like, just lift more, and it's always, like, no, you have to pay attention to your nutrition, what your body needs. We're animals, so we have to like go by that. Eat clean, eat lean, so we can better ourselves. But yeah, no, being that, like, I love hearing people's get back stories, please continue that.
I'm telling you, dog. Like, was pushing 400, and then I just came to realization. I looked in the mirror and I looked at myself, and I'm like, this is not like something I want to be. I was at that point dealing with some kind of, a little depression, a little bit, just mentally wise, like, and that's why I was like, I gotta get into the gym. I gotta get right for myself, because when it wasn't for myself. It was always because she rejected me. So like, let me go get in the gym and do this.
Number one mistake that a lot, especially guys too, they don't have anybody to help them, and that's one of those things. It's like how to go about it. And the most important thing is yourself, and that goes for anybody, not just like guys, but women too. If you go through like a breakup or stuff, and that's what did it for me. It was a breakup with the same girl 2 times, and I was in a bad place. So yeah, no, I do. I'm a big advocate for that too. Like especially, like I said, I probably wouldn't be here if I didn't make the change that I did.
Yeah, the same here. So like, told myself I'm gonna start working out, and then I started seeing the results, and I'm like still going, like I'm still continuing trying to go. Like,
so like next time, never stop. Keep pushing, man, please.
Like by the summer, like I said, I'm 270 now. By the summer, I at least want to be 200 flat.
Yeah,
by like July.
That's like the goals. Small goals definitely are a good way to do that.
And that's what I've been doing.
Dude, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
No, I'm so proud of you. No, like
appreciate
keep it up,
that.
please. It's never work at your own pace.
And then I also told myself that like I wanted to get out more. I was an introvert. A lot of my friends, like y'all know, big time introvert. Like I go home, go to work, that's it. Like
that's cool that you're doing this. Like I can't tell.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. I can't tell. Like, I'd be mad, nervous walking up to people, just like trying to talk to them and stuff like that.
I can understand that though. Caffeine helps me with that sometimes. I've bettered myself over the years too. Like being this like work and I have to do this. It helps me get in. Always make small goals for yourself. I think it's better to work at your own pace. And just from there on, like keep pushing yourself to do those things. I pushed myself, and I don't believe in anybody having to do what I did. That was just something I did, and I was always still trying to push myself, which isn't a good, healthy thing, right? But we have time on this earth, and we can do things, whether it's cosplay, because don't burn yourself out too. It goes for any kind of hobby. I think it's like a good reflection on anything you do with passion. If you're not doing it for you and for the fun of doing it, you're doing something wrong.
And then that's
I will push that, even at all my panels. Do it for you.
And that's what it took me a while to realize, like I need to do this for myself, not do it to try to get back at anybody, or not do it because this happened.
You're doing it for the wrong reason.
Doing it for the wrong reason. Now, like I'm doing it for myself. I'm seeing the results. I'm getting there faster. Started, going to cons, doing my YouTube.
The shirt size is a good like feeling, right? You're like, oh my God, I haven't fit in this in forever.
What? And then like, sometimes I'll just put on I'll grab a random shirt and it'll be like a 4X, and then like people will be like, take that shirt off, it looks like a gown on you. And I was like, oh my bad, and I put on a 3X, and they're like, take that shirt off. And I'm like, I ain't got no other shirts right now, all right, leave me alone. But it's a good feeling, especially like some of the shirts that like my 2X shirts that I haven't been able to fit in a long time. I'm able to fit in it now,
Yeah.
It's a little tight, but I'm able to fit in it.
Yeah, but it's like, you're going to get, it's not going to be tight. It's not, it's going to be like smaller and smaller. You're going to be like, oh man, this is nice. You're going to be smaller, it's going to fit better because you're progressing. And that's what it's about.
Most definitely. My bad, y'all. We got into some real serious conversations, but that true moments and stuff like that, that's what I like.
I think it might be me. I don't know. I just kind of always, everybody asks like the lore of your name and where you came from, and I'm like, it's pretty long and dark. So no, I like hearing. I love that because it's a comeback story, and I like hearing other people's success and comebacks, especially when it comes to something similar to what happened to me, because we help each other out.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
it's a pay it forward.
And man, I'm so glad that I like within these 6 months time frame of like when I started going to conventions. I'm so glad that I did, because it's like going to conventions took me places that I've never done. I'm in Oklahoma. First time in Oklahoma, out of state. Like I've never been out of state in my life. I'm 29. Just turned 29 about 2 weeks ago. Like,
I can say that's fair because like I never saw myself doing this growing up, and I like that travel. My mom always used to push me to do things. I'm like, I don't really want to, but now I'm doing it, and I'm like, I love doing it. Which I want to say too, because you're from Oklahoma, and this is my first
No,
time in
I'm
Oklahoma.
actually from Houston.
Oh, you're from Houston,
yeah,
but you're
yeah.
living here in Oklahoma.
Nah, this is my first time here. I
Oh,
drove.
this is your first time here. Too. This is my first time here too, and it's been so.
yeah.
That's right, because so you weren't from Oklahoma, that went to to Etchi Expo.
Yeah.
You were from Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I've had a good experience here, so I hope you did too.
Yeah, man, this is really good.
I hope they have me back. This was a fun time.
I mean, they should most definitely, man. Like,
seeing some familiar
if
faces.
y'all see the cosplays that he do, like the QR code, scan it. Don't even worry about scanning. I'm gonna have everything in the link down below. Like,
I can honestly shout out too, because my partner couldn't make it this weekend, and I would never be anywhere I am without my partner. She is an amazing seamstress. Leave it to Tegan. She is a phenomenal cosplayer, like probably one of the best. Like, just because like she can tell you how to take apart any shirt from like Walmart. Like, she'll make her clothes herself. Like, she'll make clothes, and she'll tell you everything about like sewing, down to the T. Craftsman. She's a god amongst men. She's such a goddess. She's a phenomenal cosplayer. I can say so much about her, and the techniques that we both we push ourselves to do over the years. We've done some ridiculous outfits, and I would not be here without her.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah,
I miss her.
But all right, y'all, let's get into some more other questions. We got to the deep part. It's always good for y'all to know more about us. Like, I feel like they watch us. So it's like
they're watching
everything. So to just talk about ourselves, so it can people can be like, oh man, like I relate to that, or like.
That's the most human part, I think, is the relatability.
Relatability.
Yeah, that's what connects us, Oh, that's relatable. Yeah, because, that's the whole point of, interaction. You share stories, talking.
Yeah.
I haven't done this with you, and this is all like, we're just talking about this for the
first time doing this,
So it's real.
Yeah.
I have like,
not scripted or nothing.
No,
yeah. But like, I think that's what I like too, is just like meeting new people, talking to them, realizing we're relatable. Like, we went through the same stuff. Like, And
I'm like, pick yourself up and do it. I think we all need a little bit of Wolverine inside us to pick yourselves up. You're doing it.
We do. All right. So, what is your favorite animated Batman series?
Oh, my favorite animated Batman series? Of course, the Adventures of the Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin?
The Batman's 90 animated Batman series.
Why that one?
Well, it's Kevin. It's what I grew up with. It's it hit all aspects of Batman. You see the human side. It's what everything bases itself. It tries to be. Even within the video games of like Arkham, you have Kevin Conroy's voice because he's the iconic voice of Batman. Mark Hamill's joke. It hit so many like nails on the head. Like it was covered everything and had serious topics.
It did. You're right. It did.
It's that Warner Brothers did an amazing job on that one. I don't think they'll ever have anything like that one. I can honestly, that's my favorite Batman.
See, to me, man, my favorite one is Batman and Beyond.
Batman Beyond?
Batman Beyond.
See, but that also counts too because Bruce Timm, same animator, same creator, it still had topics. And so when I consider Batman the Animated Series, I still consider it all the way up until Batman Beyond. It's a canon storyline, you even have the Justice League and stuff like that. But like as far as it's all of that. It still hit those topics. And even if you want to go into things like Static Shock, because I love Static. I think he's very underrated.
Man,
that hit some pretty good topics that I look back on as a kid, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
And like one of my goals, y'all gonna be the first to know now. One of my goals is to actually do Static Shock, but like I want to get myself to that point to where I can look the part. You know what I'm saying?
I want to do it
the part.
Beyond, dude. You do it. We got to do Static Shock. Please do.
Oh yeah, I'm on the. Yeah, I got to do Static Shock.
That makes me excited. Please do. No, honestly.
Look, once I get there, I'll hit you over the like, hey, dog, I'm ready. I got my Batman, got my Static Shock going on.
Please do. Get the disc and everything. Like you have it.
Plan.
Maybe get it magnetic on your back or something like that, just so it's like Static Shock. It's magnetic.
Sure, that's the game plan.
I'm like coming up with so many ideas right now. Like that's how my brain works. I'm like, dude, please, I support this 110%.
Ah, man, I appreciate it. All right, so another question I have is, what's your favorite anime character?
Oh, so my favorite anime character, my waifu is Yoko Littner from Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann is my number one anime. Kamina I do Kamina from Gurren Lagann. And my first anime was Tenchi Muyo.
What? Okay.
You know, and Ryoko from the Space Pirate was my first waifu. Yeah, I'm a stinking weep. My car, rest in peace, now totaled. As a couple weeks ago, had Yoko. I put a rap, Natasha on it too. It was Yoko Littner. I'm a huge Studio Trigger fan. I'm happy they have the rights back to it. The minute that came out on Any Mondays on Sci-Fi Channel, dude, I was like, no, this anime, it's one of those like if people kind of overlook these things like Kill la Kill and Studio Trigger. It's Studio Trigger. You gotta they have a system. A lot of good things, man. They're very. No, you're fine.
I'm so sorry. Oh, you good?
No, you're fine. A Studio Trigger. They're like a power to the people kind of thing, and they're about the corruption in government, and there's always something in their animes, you know, that have this formula. If you watch Promare, and you watch...
I haven't seen that. That's the movie one, right?
That's and it's like Kamina reincarnated, if you've seen Gurren Lagann. It's like Kamina, it's like Gurren Lagann reincarnated with their characters and the way they act, and I'm like, it hits because of that. And they have like... It's kind of like Easter eggs in each of their animes, a callback to Gurren Lagann and stuff like that. Penny Stocking is their more comedic one, of course.
Yes.
But even then, there's metaphors and stuff like that of like, you know, about, you know, comfortable with your sexuality and stuff like that. Kill la Kill, especially, you know, because it's like, you know, about don't be afraid to be who you are, and wear what you want to wear. You know, it's always stay true to yourself. And Studio Trigger is like the only one, even within Cyberpunk, dude. It's they took the Cyberpunk universe and even still made it to where it's like, hey, we're Studio Trigger and we're still fitting all of our visions and what we're about in it. And I was like, that's cool to do with a concept that's already been made. You know?
Have you seen B&A?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
I'm a stinking furry. Sorry, I'm a stinking furry. Sorry, guys, but I don't care if you don't like it or not. You know, hey, you know what? Guess what? I'm gonna throw this on top too. I'm a brony. I like Twilight Sparkle. Oh well. Yeah, that's right. Yes, B&A, dude.
Love B&A, like freaking love B&A.
It's underrated, I'm telling you. Me and my partner Tika need to do Michiru and Shiro. Still.
No way, for real?
Yeah, we need to do that. We're thinking of ways to do that.
That would be dope if y'all get that together.
Oh, like, hey, dude, it's just a matter of like when we have the lineup we have is so big, and like I said, I can't do we can't do characters unless like we're like related to it. You know, like Mihawk, she does my Perona, and it's funny how we are.
Which, man, y'all can't. Don't worry, I'm gonna put some pictures or like get some pictures of your Instagram and put it here. Like your Mihawk is like epic. I haven't seen it in person, but just looking at the pictures and like what I saw on IG.
Big sword.
Man, what?
That was a fun one for us to make. We made that like it was a whole another time. We were making 6 outfits in one within 2 weeks on a budget for IkiCon 2021. Yeah, that was a crazy time.
So I'm guessing that Mihawk is probably one of your favorite characters for One Piece?
He is, him and Arlong. I did Arlong in 2018. I need to remaster that one. I have it's rare that I have evidence that I did Arlong. But that was a cool one to do. Full prosthetic nose and all that. He's a baddie. He's underrated and he's a misunderstood boy.
So, favorite anime series?
Series?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would go. I'll still go Gurren Lagann. I skipped that. I said it, earlier. No, it's Gurren. Anything Studio Trigger.
Okay.
Gurren Lagann is my ride or die. Is my number one. Because it is a series. It's 2 seasons. And, got the movies coming out next January in theaters. So I'm going to go
the 15th anniversary.
Yeah, I'm going to go see both.
15th anniversary.
Unfortunately, my car couldn't make it to the premieres.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. But
I'm going to do it in cosplay, too. I'm going as Kamina. I'm going to go as Kamina.
Like, you gotta put some videos of you doing that.
I have to. Some
pictures
please hit me up for those, too. I'll send, for sure.
All right, what character do you hate the most in anime?
Ooh. We talk about things like this. I'm a man of taste and culture. It's always, and it's kind of comedic, but it's funny. The most whiny characters, and I guess it all goes back to Gurren Lagann. Simon isn't a whiny character.
No, he's not.
He whines actually for one episode and gets over because he realizes he has to be a man. He needs to grow up, and he needs to lead these people. It's a character realization. It's character growth. The characters like Deku, it takes 3 seasons for him to stop doing that. Sorry, my hero fans.
Even Zenitsu, even though I'm dressed up as him, he whines a lot.
I'm not a Zenitsu fan. No, I do Tengen, I do Gyome from Demon Slayer. I'm not a Zenitsu fan. It's funny. I like seeing his misery. But that's funny. No, but I guess characters like Issei from High School DxD. They're funny, but I'm like, you don't deserve the girl. And you know, a lot of those harem animes. I'm like, why can't they write like some characters off right? You know, but it's kind of funny. You gotta, it is what it is. But I mean, I guess those are the hateable characters.
The whiny ones. That's understandable. So have you ever seen, what is it called? It's Cell World.
No. Which one is that?
Every time I ask people, they tell me no.
Enlighten me. What is?
Like, so like it's hard to explain. It's like this boy, and I can relate. I feel like I relate to him because like he's in high school and he's like, you know, like this little short chubby kid, and he's like not good at nothing, and the only thing he's good in is playing video games, which is relatable.
Is it anime?
Yeah. It's called Excel World, and then he gets put into this world. And he's like the best character, like one of the best characters.
Like, in all honesty, send me a link to that. Like, feel free to message me, please. Yeah, send me the link to that. I've never heard of that one. I'd like to see that one.
And it's this one character that, like, all right, I'm not even gonna tell you now because you're gonna watch it. You gonna know who I hate. You gonna know who I hate. You gonna know who I hate. It just know he swoops in and just comes in and just wrecks everything. And like, I was so mad, like. I was like, oh my God, my best friend put me on and I called him. What is going on? What is going on? He's like, bro, I'm busy. I don't care what you're busy. Tell me what happened. Like, what's going on here? Why did he do this? What's going on? Like,
why did he deserve this? Why
like why?
I think that's so, like my hated characters, and that goes for anything, whether it's Disney or stuff like that, who are kind of like, you know, crappy and they like don't have character development. They don't have. Thank you.
And you're in it too, right?
Yes.
Characters that don't have that character growth. So like Encanto, I'm just gonna bring Disney up. Like Grandma did not. I don't think they never showed her learning her lesson.
They never did.
And it's not something I don't like. It doesn't have to be anything bad that hasn't happened to her. Yeah. But I don't think they ever explained like her learning her lesson. Like that went unresolved. And I'm like, so we have to like, you know.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
But like, I guess it's hard because I guess a little bit like she realized that like I didn't verbally say it, but I guess like if you read the body language and emotions, like
when it comes visually though, I think we as viewers, I think we have to see it. So yeah, but right, you know, it's like it's just within written as a character. You have to show like, oh, I'm so sorry, my family, I let you all down.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
never did.
Apologize. Just say, I'm sorry, family. I let you all down. I didn't mean to keep these secrets from you.
Yeah.
But stuff like that is characters. I think I hate characters that don't learn their lesson like that.
Well, not even like I felt like she was really just towards Mirabelle because she didn't have no powers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I really like, man, the way she treated her, I was like, oh my God.
Kind of messed up.
Yeah.
I know we're not like going on animes, but this is a good example of like the characters. Because the animes have their characters at this moment too. You know, it's like, why did you get the girl? Like you didn't. Did you learn your lesson, dude? Like,
yeah.
You know, like,
did you learn your lesson?
No.
Did you really figure out like you were the problem of everything because you was, you know, not really doing everything right?
Right.
You know?
Because you can go on about like, oh, headcanon, yeah, in my headcanon, oh, he felt no, but visually did they show this because that's what it's about. As writers and creators, did they put this out to you guys?
Yeah. Mine is in the Cell World. So like, yeah, I'm gonna send you the link for sure, and then once you like watch it, hit me up, and you gonna be like, bro, I know who you hate the most. Like, when I got asked this question, I was like, I don't hate nobody because everybody plays a role.
Yeah.
Like, but that guy had no role to play at all to me. I just couldn't stand him.
Then he should be easy to point out.
I mean, I guess he did in a sense, but like, oh my gosh, the way his role was played, I hated it. Like, so.
Okay, here it goes. I'm gonna call him. I'm like, hey, I think I know who it is. I'm gonna screenshot and send you a picture to it. Yeah, send me a link, please.
Oh, okay.
I need new things to watch. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and watched things. It's so hard because sometimes like we want to do it as a family. Mm-hmm. It's like herding cats. So I used to just sit down in my truck and just watch stuff. Like,
all right. My next question is favorite anime scene. Okay, I got one for you. Why you think I got one for you? So Dragon Ball Z fan, right?
Uh-huh.
BoJack Unbound, when Goku came down and punched BoJack in the face and he carried Gohan back down, right?
Yeah.
Gohan was like, dang, my dad came to save me, he dead, blase, blase. And then so he gets up and he's walking, Super Saiyan 2, you know? And they're trying to hold him back with the little
Oh, yeah.
The power. He said, one thing you forgot, on my father's side. And just like start going ham. Like that's my favorite
Ultimate
scene.
Power, just going at it. You're like, you want to see like the arrangement just.
Yeah.
Like I get that, and like of course I'm gonna go back. I know, I'm sorry, I'm not. I promise it's not like a bias thing. It's just I love the way that Studio Trigger writes their stuff. I like a lot of Studio. It's hard for me to pick out one. I could just say Gurren Lagann, right, and go with a bunch of scenes because it's like Studio Trigger. Be genuine to yourself, who you are. Be honest. Don't be a crappy person.
And you see,
just,
I like how you keep going back to like Studio Trigger and just like
it was a big
animes
heavy hitter, man.
Like people don't understand. Anime really helped us. You know what I'm saying? Like it helped culture us into what we are today, along with other things that happen in like the real world, real life stuff like that. But like when we would go to escape, we go to anime. And then the anime would like relate to us, and it's like damn, like.
Yeah.
Like I need to do better, or like.
And people are like, oh, yeah, like it's just no but boobs. I'm like, well, it's because you're watching the wrong kind of anime.
You're watching some fan service.
Yeah,
stuff.
and that's all meant to be fan servicey. And
Exactly,
I don't think you genuinely understand what I'm talking about. Shows you these, and it's like, oh. Yeah, that was cool. And then actually, so I'm going to go on that topic real quick. It's funny because my partner, Tegan, she actually, she wanted to fist fight somebody because they were going about the sexualization of Kill la Kill. And in fact, Kill la Kill, they have some moments in there, but they're supposed to be creepy.
Yeah, it's
like,
supposed to be.
The part where her mother is basically raping their daughters, they're sexualizing them. And that's wrong, but of course, that's the whole point. It's supposed to be looked at a certain way, and if you're not seeing the point of that, I think there's probably something wrong with you, guy.
Nah, you're supposed to look at it that way. Or like I know the nudist beach people.
Nudist beach.
Like I had people that was like, I can't get past them always being this.
Oh, it's funny.
Like, bro, this is funny. What are you talking about?
The censorship, the bright lights on their nipples. That's funny.
Super funny.
For the cosplay that we did last Ecchi too, my brother-in-law Alexander, I told him, get some LEDs for your nipples and put them under your shirt, and we'll tap them so they're glowing. Because he was Mr. Mikisugi, the teacher.
Yeah.
And I was Kinegasi, but I had him do the nipples so they were glowing with LEDs.
Look, I plan on doing a Kill la Kill group, and I'm glad that y'all got a lot because, and this is all like, man, what's his name? The guy that works for, dang it, man, I cannot. He's just big swole guy.
You talking Kinegasi? Red Mohawk?
No.
Oh, Gamagori?
Yes. And
Gamagori is
things
great.
that he, when he whip himself, he gets stronger and stuff.
I forget his voice acting there, but his voice actor is Dio in the English dub of
what?
Yeah, no, and I'm good with hearing things, and now I looked it up, and I was like, it's Dio, that's why. No.
Yeah.
And vice versa, actually, because I heard him as Gamagori first, and then when I started getting into JoJo, a couple of years later, I was like, oh, it's Gamagori, Yeah, no, Gamagori is great.
I plan on getting his fit, not the when he's in his suit thing, like the mech, but just the little school outfit.
Mummy mech. You got to be a masochist. Whip me harder.
So I plan on getting his just a school uniform fit, and
the white suit,
the 3-star suit that he got.
Disciplinary.
Yeah,
Disciplinary committee.
Do. I'm finna walk around just like him. I want to get a group together. So whenever I get there, I gotta hit you up for that too, man.
All the 5 stars, just all of Satsuki's group, that would be good.
Yeah, this is gonna be dope. No, I'm just gonna keep all this in. It's genuine stuff.
I appreciate. No, this has been a cool interview. It's real personal, and I like this. So also, hello again, everybody. Welcome. I actually thank you guys, especially those from Oklahoma who are watching this. I've had a good time here, and I've met some good people that I've never actually got to interact, but apparently I've met before, and people got to see me again, and I'm like, oh hey, I remember you from some of this con months ago, years ago, and it's been a great con. I did not expect this year.
Yeah, same. That's one thing I like about going to conventions, man. Meeting new people. And one of my panels I have is called 101 Tips and Tricks and stuff. That's one of the things I talk about. Go to panels, get out your comfort zone, make friends, meet people.
That's what it's about. There's no need for hate and anything. I was my first time working with some people. I've been actually a follower of Peachy's for a while, who was my neighbor, Erin Athillerin. I've known her for years. I was excited to be alongside her, but it was my first time judging alongside and guesting alongside Peachy and Arlia. It was cool. She messaged me for the past couple months, and I was like, oh hey, how you doing? There's no need. I got good vibes automatically. They wanted to be friendly and say hello because we were judging alongside each other. I said hello to Peachy, hi back. We were talking the entire time, having fun. It was nice to see that. I love meeting new people, making new friends.
Yeah.
What's up, friend?
Yeah. And that's what I was telling y'all, man.
Love your Kaya. Your
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you, Con. Sorry, interview.
Oh no, shining light on shining light on the fact that like with cosplayers, like they're cool. They're not like, and so this is new thing I'm trying to do where I link up with cosplayers and I want to go do something. Like let's go to like one of my videos. I linked up with a cosplayer, 2 of them, and we went to a museum of illusions.
Oh, that sounds
dressed
fun.
up. Like I'm in my Zenitsu, they were in Nightwing and Harley Quinn, and we did that dressed up, and people.
Oh, you had a Harley Quinn. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did you see Deadpool too?
No. It was Zenitsu, Harley Quinn, and Nightwing.
Okay.
Nightwing, yeah.
That's
And
pretty-
so people were looking at us like, what
going
going on? What is there an event going
Can
on?
you take pictures of you?
Yeah.
It's making somebody's day. That's
Yeah,
the
so
best
it's
part.
just like I want to shine a light on that. Like not all cosplayers are what people say. Like I have not run into one cosplayer that.
I don't think there's a need for that. Like I said,
I don't think so either. Like I don't even think I know so. Like from what I've been dealing with,
it's just an anime community. Like I said, there's no need for that. And we're adults playing dress up, is what I tell everybody. We're
Tell 'em
adults
one more
playing
time.
dress up, and man, like trust me, like like it gives everybody a good time. Even just coming down the elevator from the room, there's kids and they're like, getting into character.
Yeah.
I don't know why there has to be hate in any direction towards that.
I don't know. That's my goal, is to do that. It's like, so I want to start going to like things outside of conventions, because people were like, oh man, you're only going to do this at conventions. Okay, cool. Let me prove you wrong. Let's go here. We doing this. Like we going to the museums. We're going out to eat, or we're going to go do this. Like dressed up.
Yeah. No, going out to eat when we're all in cosplay is one of the funnest things, especially
man.
I feel bad for everybody around us, but I'm like, we're having a good time. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry. But nah, like, cool guy right here, y'all. And
I appreciate that.
this is like our second time meeting. Well, third because I met you. Well, fourth.
Let's go
because I met you
second because in general, as far as the con goes, because it was Ecchi Expo just 3 weeks ago, you said?
Yeah,
right? And that was the first, which maybe we bumped into each other because, the con scene, always trying to go to cons, love them, whether it's guesting or whatever. I'm sure we probably passed by each other sometime.
Didn't know it.
We didn't recognize each other because we're chameleons, and we're doing our job right.
But let's go to this other question I have, because you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, right? Who's at fault for Cell achieving perfect form? Is it Krillin or Vegeta?
Cell?
For Cell achieving his perfect form, who's at fault? Krillin or Vegeta?
Okay, so it's been a long time since I've watched Dragon Ball straight. Cell was my favorite villain. That was my favorite arc. I liked his design. Actually, Cell, I want to do a Cell cosplay. Vegeta's my number one boy. Let's just blame Krillin.
No. No.
He doesn't deserve 18. No, I'm kidding. I have nothing against Krillin. I like Krillin, actually. Everyone likes to blame even like the scene with where Goku gives Gohan
give Cell that
Cell.
sense.
But people mislook at that part too. It's like it was the belief in his son to know he is Gohan is stronger than Goku.
Thank you.
And actually, because also Gohan, I love Gohan because voice actor Kamina is older Gohan, Kyle Hebert, and he does. Kamina is Gohan. Yeah. There's a couple. I've met a couple. Yeah,
I've
there's
met
Stephanie
him
too.
a while back, and he's an awesome guy, man.
I will cry. I will break down crying the minute I meet him. Him and Michelle Ralph, which is Yoko.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break down crying.
Man.
In Kamina, all my makeup's gonna go around.
I met him at my third convention, and I tried my best to not fanboy out because Gohan my favorite character.
Dude.
So when I met him, I'm
boy.
like, nah, man, I just gotta tell you, thinking like, oh my gosh, thank you from my childhood, like you just don't
That's
understand.
Kamina,
He was just
dude.
like. Now when I see him again, I'll be like, I didn't know you was coming. There
you go.
I'm for the fanboy again. Like,
It's like, oh my god, now I'm even a bigger fan.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
He's really great. I love him. But as far as Gohan goes, like everyone, I'm like, no, Goku believed in Gohan. He was like, no, kick his ass. Like, no, that's a
I
good.
believe in you, son.
It's like he's not a bad father. He was believing in his son. And I always talk about this because my buddy Joseph, Killer Venue, he's one of the DJs for the rave. He's a huge Dragon Ball fan, and me and him talk about it all the time. And he's like, thank you. Like, he's the me and him always talk about ideas and stuff like
well,
that.
I want to talk to him and ask him what he thinks about that. Like, who was at fault for him still achieving perfect form? So, like, I know you're a Vegeta fan. I'm going with Vegeta.
It could be. No, I'm not going to be biased. If it was Vegeta, it's Vegeta, man. I need to remember that. I'm like, oh man,
So,
I cannot.
okay, look, I'm gonna jot your memory. All right, so they came out the Hell About the Time Chamber. Vegeta and Trunks went to go fight Cell. Vegeta was wiping the floor with him, like mopping him.
Right.
Cell was like, "It's not fair." Started crying.
Right.
It's not fair. If I was in my perfect form.
Right.
So Vegeta, seeing pride, he was like, "Oh, okay. Go achieve your perfect form.
Come back.
And let me
Then
fight
we'll talk.
you. And then we'll talk." And so he went to go find 18. Well, then this is where Krillin come into play.
Yeah.
They was like, Krillin could have pressed the button to destroy 18. But you got to realize, 18 wooed Krillin.
I wouldn't have pressed the button.
I wouldn't either.
No, I'm 18 is my girl. It's Bulma. It's 18 and Bulma. Those are my two girls.
You.
I can't. I wouldn't have. I'd be like, no.
Wooed Krillin.
Wooed me.
So like, I can't blame him for like being.
But look, it was all of them collectively then, because like I said, whether it was Sabine or anything, like, because Vegeta, that's an honorable thing, you know, being the Prince of Saiyans. He wants, and he's trying to challenge himself completely, because he's like, I like the movie where he's like, I finally beat Kakarot.
Yes.
You know, like, that was funny. You know, but like, as far as the Cell arc, I didn't remember that part either, but no, you jogged my memory, and even then I find there's honor amongst that. Like, it's like Mihawk and Zoro, and Mihawk wants the same thing for Zoro. Come back, and he's training him.
Yeah.
It's like, he's training him to beat him, you know? Like, that's I find the honor amongst that.
Yeah.
You know, so I can't even say Vegeta's necessarily at fault for that.
Yeah, true. He helped in Cell.
They all did, and then they all could have done, just
right,
kill him.
Man, you right.
Just kill him.
Right. But we would have never got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, so that's why I come and says that
They do it for the plot.
you do it for the plot. Everybody plays a role, you know. Everybody, no matter who it is, they play a role.
Yeah,
you know?
and
so
they all did the same.
And then
I can't blame one individual character on that one.
At all, yeah. And then, okay, my next one is, because you saw the Super movie, right? The Broly.
Yeah.
Who's stronger, Z Broly or Super Broly? Who do you think is stronger?
Dang. I need to rewatch them both then. I've never been asked that question. I love Broly. I need me and Tegan to do Broly and Chilai one day. I want to go Super Broly.
That is the
I'm gonna
correct
go Super
answer.
Broly.
For me,
I'm
I
gonna go
feel
Super
like
Broly. After thinking about that one, I'm like Super Broly.
Super. And so, like, this is how it's breaking down to people, because people was
Beast mode. Just
like, see, so some people were telling me that Z was stronger, and I said, no. Why do you think Z is stronger? Like, oh, because this, that, and the third. Okay, cool. Well, Broly regular form went with Kakarot and Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta, right? Then they end up going Super Saiyan God,
right.
and Broly was still going toe to toe.
Yeah.
Then Broly went, like, I guess pre-Super Saiyan or
That was
whatever
like
it was.
the thing about him, just animalistic about him. I love that. He was like, just like, poor boy too. He's just like, I don't really understand everything.
Yeah.
That's Tegan with me. That's the relatability, like with like she takes care of him.
Mm-hmm.
That I ship them so hard.
I do too. I do too. And then, excuse me. And then they had to go Super Saiyan Blue.
Right.
To go with, I guess, whatever Super Saiyan form Broly was in. Then Broly went Legendary Super Saiyan, going toe with Super Saiyan Blue. So then they had to fuse, and it was still going toe to toe.
And that, like, he hasn't even reached at his fullest.
Thank you.
What kind of god are you? You know, it's like
their punches is legit shattering dimensions. Like, they're ripping dimensions and stuff. That's why I was like, I've never seen a Z Broly ever do something like that. Like,
see, and then it's like, for sure. Then super confirming, like hard for me. It's like I've never like diagnosed that before.
Oh man, yeah, I watched that movie so many times. Like, and I'm like, oh wow.
I need to rewatch. I've only seen it one time. It was enough for me. I was like, well, I mean, I'd watch it again. It's just I never got the chance to.
You gotta go.
My buddy invited me to sit down and watch it.
And then Superhero, you gotta rewatch that too. Like,
oh yeah, no, there's so much I gotta rewatch.
I love that movie with Beast Gohan. But that's enough time for today, y'all. But before we leave with EP Wolverine, is there any tips and tricks you want to give the people out here that wants to start, cosplaying and that wants to do cosplay guests and go out? Like, what do you tell them?
My main thing that I say, and I think I've already probably said it at the beginning, is you do it for yourself because you love it. Doesn't matter what anybody says. Do the characters you want. Like, I don't do any of the characters unless I relate to them. They want me to do Witcher all the time. I like the Witcher. Don't get me wrong. I need to continue playing the games and you watch the series. I'm not going to do it until I say I know enough about the character. I can get into the character. I can relate to him, because I love doing that. I do it for me. Do it for yourselves. That's the most important thing that I think we have to remember. is that's always going to come down to that. No matter what you do, is you do it for yourself because you love doing it.
Yep.
You know, and that's all it is. Like, it doesn't matter if it's professionally. Like I said, I got lucky. You know, and somebody was it's all in your work of who you are. And I try and be as genuine as I can be and be myself. I'm doing, you know, this. Somebody saw that and they wanted to do something about that, and I'm very honored, you know.
Yeah.
But I did that by being myself, you know, and pushing myself to be a better me. And there's always something you have to do is be a better you the next day than you were the previous day. As genuine can be a genuine human being. Do it for yourself. You know. That's my tip.
That's your tip. All right, man. Well, thank you for allowing me to interview you, man. Most definitely, you are like a really super cool guy.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I appreciate you just letting me this. Appreciate it.
You
man.
too, buddy. No, this was a cool interview. Thank you, guys. I like this. This was all like obviously like on the fly.
It really was, y'all. I didn't even go through all my like things. I just was like, we was connecting so much that I was just like.
It was like a talk show. It was
Yeah.
we connected. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was my first time like actually genuinely interacting with you that wasn't on the floor, and I think that's the cool, genuine side about things. Just kind of having a talk. You know?
Yeah.
It's not, there's a camera in my face. It's like it's like no, we're having a genuine chill talk. I'm not.
Most definitely. But all right, my gauntlets. We'll catch y'all later.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Next time on Gamer Gauntlet. Like and subscribe.